Hello everybody, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Deborah McKeegan, the CEO of Texintel, and once again, a year later, I'm here with Angel from Canon. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, glad to be back with you.
Yeah, it's great. We did a great podcast last year as well, so it's so lovely to catch up with you here. The first thing I'd like to talk about is the Colorado challenge on the wall here, and then I think we'll just have a little shallow dive into the Colorado and the Arizona, really, and what's new, what's here at the show. Okay.
Thanks, Debbie. So last year we kind of talked about wall covering again. Still a very popular application, still a growing application in the whole large format market. And once again, we are featuring what we did 5 years ago. It started 5 years ago with the 1640, trying to show what we can do with the Colorado, dimensional stability, color panel-to-panel matching, print quality at a 430 square foot speed on multiple products. It's not just one product it does it on multiple media, right? So we just know that it works. And so what we're showcasing here is 5 different customers, 5 different panels printed, 5 different machines. We brought them all back to Chicago and mounted them, and now we're showing everybody what we really know has been true. So.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like a sentence, but in reality, I have been a printer. I know that is tough. That is normally in the marketplace using alternate technologies, that is a big ask. Because you say, you're all of these different companies here, so each panel represents a different area of the US, wherever they were. They've used the same technology, using the same media, but they had it was like a secret quiz. They couldn't be in touch with each other. Profiles, everything was just all set. It's incredible. It really is incredible. And that continuity for anybody doing wall coverings is absolute deal breaker. It has to be just so.
Yeah, and you want to know that when you do the job, you're going to be able to do that. Or if a panel gets abused or ruined once you've done the install, right? You need to know that you can go back and create the panel and put it back up. That's another advantage here that we have. That we hear from customers that is something they're finding that works as well, which other technologies cannot do.
That's a real key point, that though, because having done this myself too, is you lose one panel, normally you'd have to order the whole mural again. Now, okay, if it's a residential, that's not the end of the world. It might be a 3-meter strip. But if it's, one panel in a hotel room with 500 different options, that's a big ask. It's a lot of downtime. It's a lot of, you've got to somebody out to fit, to measure, to print, to fit, to ship, the whole thing again. So that's fantastic. It's real.
And the other nice part about, and maybe you can do a shot of the side when we're done. The Metal X part that we did, the silver using white. So we not only did it just to prove what we could do with this, with just CMYK printing, but we also did it by adding a layer of white and using the white and the silver of the material that we printed on to enhance it and do a step and repeat and have them all print those panels as well. So when you're actually using white, we're creating the same thing, and it worked the same way that we do it here. So I wanted to show the versatility of being able to use white in wall covering as well as just the CMYK.
It's fantastic, isn't it, though? I mean, that really opens up and democratizes on-demand production, doesn't it, really? So one of the great things about this, really, is that batch continuity, which I guess in a new world of onshoring and nearshoring, you can potentially have your fulfiller wherever they are, drop shipping wherever they are, with absolute clarity and assurance that it's the correct product going to the right place in exactly the right shade. That's incredible.
It's incredible. It is incredible, and we just keep we did it originally, and we wanted. I said now we have a new printer, a new series, and the product group and myself talked about it, and I said we just really need to show it again. Because it has continued to prove itself, and customers have come back to us and tell us. That's one reason why they love the Colorado and why they do what they do.
That's right. And the only way to end waste is to get it right first time, every time. And with these technologies and the incredible improvements that we've made just in the last few years, it's fantastic. It really is. It is. So could you tell us really, really quickly then, improvements on the Arizona and the Colorado, obviously we touched about that. Over on the Arizona over there, looking at the 3-dimensional printing that you've got, there are some incredible effects over there.
Yeah, so we have the new, Prisma Elevate now can actually go up to a 4mm print. So from 1mm to 4mm, we're showing that as a sample. So whether you're doing dimensional, you're doing ADA or Braille compliant products, You know, we could do that before, but now we can take a little step further and be able to do it with the creative side, right? Create canvas on a flat surface, or create wood samples or dimensional. We had a lot of people at a show that were making samples of wood, right? Trying to do that. So we have a lot of more industrial people looking at how to do this too. So that has opened up a lot of options.
And then I guess when you get to industrial, you then start to look at scale. You look at speed of production, don't you? And that's all part of the future, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so with Colorado now, we're showing the new flexure. So that same thing, being able to add a little bit of dimension in that. And that was more so for packaging, maybe decal work.
Adding value.
Do that. Yes.
Yeah, perceived value.
So we see those are the two biggest things for that would make sense for it. And then we, you know, still showing the incredible print quality in the Arizona and the Colorado, right? For backlits and day-night backlits. It's just incredible when you look at what they are. People are just amazed that we're printing at the speeds we're printing and being able to print what we can.
It is amazing because when you take that photographic capability up at the top end, or from that's come through from the graphics industry, and then you apply it to the photographic, the visuals of the textures and the amount of graduated tone that you need to achieve to get a really believable wooden surface that you just have to touch to see it's real. It's incredible.
And we have the coasters over there that show you a bunch of different textures.
Those are so cool.
Those are really cool.
Really cool.
And we have a sheet on around the other side that shows a bunch of different textures in one sheet. So it kind of shows all the opportunities, and it's a great creative space for somebody who's a designer looking at something like, wow, how can I make that work, right?
They'll
so
push
with the
it.
Prisma system, we make it easier with Touchstone. We're actually able to give them you get a dongle and you're able to create something that your printer was said if you own in Arizona, you're actually able to print it. You don't have to touch the file. They're creating the entire file through a dongle, and then they're able to send you the file and the printer's ready to go.
Brilliant. And that's all about the gradients, is it? That are pre-made in order to build.
The designer can have free rein to do all of that, so the printer doesn't have to get involved anymore and do all that work.
It's
and we made it so much easier for who's printing on an Arizona.
It's interesting because it's all about connecting everybody together, isn't it? But making those connections seamless and collaborate, everyone collaborating together. Really, it's
and
fantastic.
There's been a lot of new software things that keep coming up, ways to make it easier for user interface, making it easier to just put a file in and say, this is what I want to do, and it does it for you. It's awesome.
It is, it's brilliant, it's great. Look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you for the time. It's so busy. It's great. It's brilliant.
Have a great show.
Look forward to deep diving again soon. All right, take care. Thank you. Thank you everybody for tuning in.